Here we are in Steel and Vance. We're all counting down to the holiday festivities of the weekend. You got to get shopped up for the big family dinners and take that sticker shock with you. Are you ready?
Yeah, well, you know what? The grocery prices are high when I even notice no kids, no dog, nothing. And I'm like, whoa, good Lord, that's crazy. So it must be really tough. A lot of Canadians are feeling really financially insecure, and you can't not buy food.
Can't not buy food.
So we wanted to bring in a guy who studies food prices and food distribution and tell us what may be in store for 2024. Sylvain Chalebois is also known as the food professor. He's from Dalhousie University. Sylvain, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Are we going to get any relief next year? I mean, it's getting confusing. Are prices high? Are they low? What's happening?
I think it's getting frustrating for a lot of people. A lot of people are concerned about higher food prices. 2023 was not an easy year for many Canadians. In fact, for about 6 months during the year, we saw Canadians spend less on food despite inflation compared to last year. And that's due to shelter costs. Shelter costs were higher, much higher. Mortgage rates have gone up. Rents have gone up. So it's been very difficult. So shelter, the other necessity of life, has really impacted food expenditures for many, many households. But for 2024, it is likely going to be easier for Canadians. We are expecting a food inflation rate of about 2.5% by the end of this year versus almost 6% this year. So it shouldn't be as bad.
Well, that brings us some hope. Thank you for that good news off the top. Now, tell us what we might expect with regard to how we have to keep our eye on shrinkflation.
Oh yeah, shrinkflation. That's the one thing that annoys a lot of people.
Yep.
So shrinkflation is about reducing quantities, but retailers will keep the same price along with manufacturers. The good news, so we're just finishing up a cycle, a shrinkflation cycle. And the reason why we saw many new cases, about 25 of them this year that are well known, including Kraft mac and cheese, which is very popular. Yes, absolutely. From 225 grams to 200 grams, sacrilege. But for 2024, we're not expecting any cases, to be honest. The one thing that we're expecting is skimflation, manufacturers replacing an ingredient with another ingredient that is cheaper. So skimflation is likely going to be on the rise, while shrinkflation will likely drop.
Gotta be savvy.
Is any of that going to be impacted by this grocer code of conduct, which I don't even understand what that means? What are we to make of that?
The code of conduct is something that we need in order to increase competition. You see, right now, a few grocers have a lot of power. They dictate rules. They raise fees because in the food industry, you have to pay your customer to do business with them. So Loblaw gets money from PepsiCo, gets money from Coca-Cola. And to offset these fees that are increasing, well, Coca-Cola and Pepsi are charging more for their products. So in the end, we all pay for that. So the code of conduct would stop that cycle right away, and it will actually level the playing field between suppliers and grocers, and eventually that will help us consumers. It will stabilize prices over time. So hopefully in 2024, we'll see a code of conduct, a mandatory code of conduct to force companies like Walmart and Loblaws to comply.
Let's hope. I know you're very passionate about food waste. Let's talk about that viral video. Those mandarin oranges dumped locally here. This photograph absolutely went wild in the Lower Mainland. What are your thoughts about dumping perfectly good food?
Or milk?
Yeah, I know it was a huge story in your neck of the woods for sure. And there's always a waste story somewhere in Canada. And it's always disturbing because food prices are much higher. And so hopefully, and you want those videos to actually go viral to get people to think about food waste. The average household will waste 140 kilos of food a year. That's worth 2,000. Yes, it's worth $2,500. That's a lot of money. So if you're careful, you can save a lot of money.
That's the entire Christmas budget in our household for all gifts for the whole family.
And before we let you go, I've been reading
$500 on gifts. I want to go to your house.
I have a big family.
I've been reading stories. So you say prices and food inflation are going down, but still the headlines are saying the food, you're probably going to spend an extra $700 a year more on groceries next year. Why, if inflation's coming down?
So if you buy a healthy food basket, that's probably the price tag you're looking at. However, and this is a big however, we are expecting, get this, some price wars in 2024.
Yes.
Mid-year.
Love a price war. Let's go.
Yes.
I want a price war on
why?
blueberries. Why? Tell me.
Because we're less loyal. We don't care about stores. We don't care about brands. We're buying bargains. And grocers want us back. They love us. They want us. They want our business. So to do that, they'll offer us loss leaders and rebates. And that will put pressure on prices downwards. So that's going to help us probably mid-year.
Bearer of good news, Sylvain Chalebois, food professor. Always a pleasure to have you on here, sir. Thank you.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Yeah.
See you in the new year. Have a great one.
You know, if the grocers can collude with their buddies, then we can go, I'm not going to be loyal to you either.
Love to be wooed back.
Yeah.
Okay.
About time. Next? Okay, when we come back, a bombshell court ruling puts Trump's political future in jeopardy. Our guy in Washington, Reggie Cecchini, is going to break it down when we come back.
And our viewing party continues for a $150 gift card for Romer's Burgers or Steamship. This is Cheryl in Comox.
Deb and Pat in Machosen.
Hi, guys. Gloria is in West Vancouver.
And we have Jim in Nanaimo.
Hey, Jim.
A lot of feet.
I know. Linda wants your faces. Take a picture of you watching us. Send it to viewingparty@chekmedia.ca. We'll announce our Romer's Steamship winner at the end of the show.